Welcome to the Wrestling Goons Radio Raw Review for August 11th, 2014. And it's the Go Home Show as we get you ready for SummerSlam. It's a three-man team tonight. I got Damian Lawson here with me and Daniel Tanner. What's going on, guys?
What's up, Anthony? Good.
Alright, man. We got a lot to get into and not a lot of time to do it, so let's hop right into it. We started out the show tonight with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. Heyman with his hip-hop advocating cheer promo where he just pretty much went in pretty hard on Cena. I enjoyed it. Paul Heyman controls the crowd as always, as nobody else can. Portland crowd was hot tonight, by the way. I want to go ahead and start out by saying that. Awesome job by them all night long. Guys, what did you think of Paul Heyman starting the show out? Damien, let's start with you.
Well, Paul Heyman's my favorite character in today's wrestling, so I love everything he did tonight. Beginning and end, it was great. He trolled Cena, he trolled Mr. Thugonomics. I like the angle that he was trying to go with the story. I pretty much enjoyed it. I wish they'd had a better face-to-face early. But you gotta pay Brock to do anything.
That's true, man. I kept thinking that all night long about how Brock had to leave because he probably only had a certain amount of time he could be in the arena before he started drawing overtime. So, that was my thought on that. Tanner, you take anything away from Paul Heyman in the opening segment?
No.
I feel like they did a pretty good job in getting me ready for the match. But like Damien said, they really haven't teased us enough with it. Like, we haven't gotten enough of Brock and Cena face to face. Like, you need to let me see it before you actually give it to me. But they're not doing that. They're going to wait and let us have the whole meal, just like they do with Rollins and Ambrose. But we're going to get into that next, actually, because Dean Ambrose was actually inside of the birthday present for Hulk Hogan at the end of a pretty good match for RVD and Seth Rollins. I've always believed that Seth Rollins can make a broom look good in the ring, so not much to really say there. RVD didn't really botch much tonight, though, which is a pretty good improvement over what he's done over the last few weeks. He's been pretty horrible for all of 2014. But he did pretty good tonight. He held his own. I was a big fan of the Ambrose attack at the end. That was awesome. I'm ready for this match. That's the match I want to see for SummerSlam. Book it right now. Give it to me 365 days a year and I'm good with it. Yeah, I wasn't really happy with the stipulation either. I thought they could have did way more than they gave us for that. They should have gave us some kind of... I mean, we definitely need a blood bet. I know they're selling another street fight. Give me some blood. I mean, it needs to be hardcore and brutal because you've teased it for so long. Damien, what do you think of this match?
I like the match. You're right. RVD didn't botch nothing. I guess the weed out of his system this time. Rollins and Ambrose, I really think this is the next generation Cena and Edge.
Yeah. Probably better. Could be better.
I really believe it's going to be some years to this matchup.
Yep. I agree. I think them being together for those 2 years, a lot of people say that they wasn't ready for this main event push, but they were learning each other for 2 whole years on how to be main eventers. So I don't really look at any of those 3 guys as being green or being young to a main event scene, because the fact is the Shield carried the main event scene on Raw for a long time. They may not have been the thing to end the show, but they were the focal point of the fans and everything that the crowd was doing. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Damien. I think that Ambrose and Rollins both, the sky is the limit. Now, Roman Reigns is going to get the push. Bigger than both of them, probably. But I think when you go to wrestling alone, they are going to be what makes the money for a long time. we're gonna lean right into Roman Reigns because he tonight got put in a handicap match against Ryback. I saw no point in this. It was 15 minutes of garbage, pretty much. And at the end, it ended in an intentional DQ. If you're gonna do that stupid finish, give it to me 10 minutes before that. It's lazy booking, like I say every single week. They don't know how to write a 3-hour show with 3 hours worth of material, and this is more proof of it. That's pretty much what I took from it. Other than that, kudos to the crowd, because they really stayed behind Roman Reigns the whole time, no matter what he said, because his words were terrible in his aftermatch promo. But other than that, yeah, Roman Reigns is ready for his fight with Randy Orton. It couldn't be any worse than the handicap matches that he's been in leaned up to it. Damien, what are your thoughts on this whole Roman Reigns segment?
They dropped the ball.
Yeah.
They dropped the ball. Demon Kane turns into Corporate Kane.
Oh man, I can't believe I didn't miss that.
Corporate Kane could have brought in more demons. Ascension, devil worshippers, beat the shit out of Roman Reigns. You get more of a pop.
I love it.
No, you bring in 2 failed Heyman guys.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And not only that,
they haven't been over since CM Punk was a heel.
Right. Jesus.
I don't get this.
You know that they're gonna job, and it just makes no sense. They gave us 15 minutes of it. I don't even know what to say about that. Tanner, did you take anything from the handicap match?
I ain't just crap. Crap. I was surprised to see Kane out there. I just want to emphasize that y'all want to do Roman Reigns lover. I want to say you gotta understand this guy has both money. If he has both of them, he will do it. But he just can't believe what he says. I mean, stuff is just so hard. It's just so lame. It's like when he says, what you call a five group things or chick salad. You know, I believe that. It's like, get some charisma, get some.
His voice changed way too many octaves tonight. He got way too odd, and the crowd just popped because they were supposed to pop, I think. That's pretty much what I took from it. I think next we are going to cover the Bray Wyatt. No, yeah, we're going to go to the Real Americans, actually. Cesaro jobbed for a 5th week in a row. They acted like they normally do a Raw, guys, that we didn't see this match last week, and they didn't act like we didn't see the ending last week, where Cesaro taps out to the ankle lock. But you know what? They gave it to us again. I don't know what to do with Cesaro. I give up. Every week he has the best match on the card. That's right, all you Dolph Ziggler fans out there. Dolph is great. Cesaro is better. Deal with it. Swagger is gonna have nowhere to go after this reception. And I mean nowhere. Any of your Swagger believers out there, look at his entire career. Anytime he gets a push, he goes away within 5 seconds. So, this is not going to be any different when you take the 50 stars and 13 bars away. He's done for. That's the end of that. Damien, what do you think of this whole segment?
Okay. Cesaro put on the best match of the night. I agree. Cesaro should be way over. Way over. Either as a heel or a face. It's no reason for him to job. R-Truth can job. Zack Ryder can job. It's no reason when he's the hardest worker since WrestleMania.
Amen. Amen. I can't defend it at all. I have no clue. He's making everybody he wrestles with look like $1 million and getting nothing for it. Tanner, are you tired of seeing this Real Americans match like the rest of us?
I am. I see this flip flop with Barrow because when he won that under joint battle, I mean, he was getting over everything and the fault guys. Boom. You know, it's confusing because you're not a fault.
Yeah, that's what I pretty much took from it too. I have no clue. I don't know what they're doing with it. Yeah, that's gonna probably be swept under the rug one day that they were Paul Heyman. It's just I don't know where they're going with that whole deal. It just doesn't make sense. Hopefully they're gonna address that later. But next of the night, guys, we're at probably my favorite part of the show. They teased all night long that they were gonna do a sit down interview where Michael Cole sat down with Bray Wyatt and Chris Jericho. I was intrigued to see how that would go. Bray Wyatt told Michael Cole to leave. And from that moment on, the fireworks began for me. Bray Wyatt is that guy when you hear a pin drop in wrestling, it's bad. That's bad. When Bray Wyatt talks, you can hear a pin drop, and that's good. Because he captivates the world with what he's saying. It might not make sense, but it does make sense. And tonight, I know a lot of people were upset that he got the bulk of the time and Jericho only got a few one-liners at the end. But that's how it was supposed to go. They nailed it. Bray better go over at SummerSlam. I saw a shirt that I want to get, by the way. It says if Bray doesn't win, we Wyatt. So that's me. I'm going to get that. Bray Wyatt all the way. Tanner, any thoughts on this segment? Bray Wyatt and Chris Jericho.
Nope. I didn't enjoy it as much as you did.
Wow.
Bray Wyatt, I have to see what happens after SummerSlam. Or at SummerSlam because I'm starting to not believe in him. So, yeah, you have to show me something. You have to, put in action behind what you're saying.
Damien, your thoughts on this segment between Bray Wyatt and Chris Jericho?
Bray Wyatt cannot out-talk Chris Jericho.
Wow.
Oh,
They gave Bray Wyatt the mic and let him run with it. We all know he cannot out-talk Chris Jericho. It was eating Jericho to let this young boy talk. The looks on his face show me that. He's going a job to Wyatt. He has to. He's leaving.
Yep.
He's leaving in September. No one leaves with a win. So,
pretty
we
much.
all know what's going to happen.
Unless your name is The Rock, you don't leave with a win. I don't, yeah.
Last time he lost.
Yeah, he did lose Cena last time, that's sure. Well, yeah, I guess I'm alone on that one. I thought Bray delivered. I did think it was a little long-winded, but most of Bray's promos are, so I just gotta go with that. But, like y'all say, I think leading into SummerSlam, Bray has to win. They put themselves in a corner with that. I don't think that Jericho's gonna leave right away, though. I think they gotta have a payoff match. They gotta have a third one. And I think Bray's gotta go over in that one, too. And decisively. Maybe that's the one that put Jericho out. But I don't think they can leave it at 1-1 unless they want to pick that back up at WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble. But we'll see what they do. That's,
But Bray gonna win clean.
You think?
you have to.
He does.
You gotta win one clean.
I agree.
When was the first clean match he won?
Daniel Bryan, I think, actually, at Extreme Rules.
Cage
Or Royal Rumble. Yeah.
Cage match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cage match doesn't even count. With Cena, and yeah, that doesn't even count, because he had the kid standing by the cage.
No, I was talking about Daniel Bryan.
Oh, yeah, no, that wasn't a cage match. He beat him in a one-on-one singles match at the Royal Rumble. The cage match was on Raw, so...
The cage match was on Raw.
Yeah, so... let's see. Guys, I hate that Drew Nickens isn't here to share in this moment with us tonight, but, here at the Wrestling Goons Radio, we have a panel on our, usual cast of Drew Nickens, who usually joins us, and he is the biggest Heath Slater fan on the planet. He's probably a bigger Heath Slater fan than Heath Slater. But Heath Slater...
He's the only Heath Slater fan on the planet.
Apparently not, because Portland, Oregon is Heath Slater fanatics. They went nuts. When you can put somebody in a ring with Dolph Ziggler and he doesn't get the pop, then something's going on. I don't know what the heck has gotten into the WWE universe. I don't know if they drank the Kool-Aid, or I don't know if they heard one of 3MB's albums, but Heath Slater is over, guys, apparently. And he's on a win streak, 2 in a row. I don't really know what to take from it, because The Miz obviously is one of the best heel characters going right now, and he did a great job playing Destruction. By the way, that's another thing I'm going to get into in my final thought of the night. I'm sick and tired of these finishes where you can see them coming a mile away. Like when I see Miz standing on the table, I kind of know how the match is going to end. Thanks. Appreciate it. Oh, man. I don't really take anything from the match itself. Do you guys got anything from the segment?
I basically like the fact that it looks like that he is getting his push. I guess we're going to see what the kind of character he's going to be outside of that one-man band, I guess you could say. But,
Titus O'Neil joined the band. Titus O'Neil joined the band.
Really?
He did have a funny segment tonight at the end of the Hulk Hogan party where they dropped the birthday cake and Heath Slater got pied. He got pied by Titus O'Neil tonight.
Oh, man.
For anybody who missed the WWE Network for $9.99, by the way, if you haven't watched Raw and don't know and you live under a rock, the WWE Network is only $9.99. Alright.
We should pay for advertising.
Yeah, exactly. They got plug us, WWE. Plug us. We are gonna go with what the crowd didn't like normally. If you would have told me 99% of the time that Sheamus and Randy Orton were fighting, I would tell you I don't care. But you know what? They didn't do half bad tonight. They had a good match. Randy Orton is confusing the hell out of me. I don't know if Randy Orton is the face. I don't know if Randy Orton's a heel and you're playing to the crowd. What are you doing? Like, who are you? Identify yourself to us, please. Other Sheamus is even worse. Sheamus is lost. Sheamus last week was on Raw. He was in the back, and they couldn't use him for, and I quote, no creative direction. They don't know what they want to do with the United States Champion. That's the problem. That's the problem, WWE. You can't have a belt on somebody and not have a plan for them. It doesn't make sense. But for the match, he did pretty good. Damien, what did you think of this match?
They had some energy.
Yeah.
I liked the match. I still don't see how people are saying Orton's been darking it. I guess live shows, he's been tired, but I haven't seen him dog it none this year. Actually, he's been a great performer this year.
I think a lot of it's just the crappy storylines that he gets, man.
I'm not an Orton fan. I'm not. I can tell you I hate him when he talks, but he's been pretty good this whole year. I missed the punt.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I don't get it. I don't get all the hate for Randy Orton. It doesn't make sense. He's been a guy
Best
like,
deal.
what's that, Daniel? Go ahead.
I'm saying he's really the best deal. I mean, he may not be the best deal, but he's that
Bray
go-to
Wyatt's
deal.
the best deal.
Yeah, sure.
That's debatable, I feel like. Because if Bray Wyatt drops the ball and he doesn't, live up to the hype, then you always have Randy Orton to go to be that top heel. And he's always been that number one guy. It's just like with John Cena. When you need a face, that's what that makes you look forward to cheer the country. You go to John Cena. John Cena is looking is what Randy Orton is good heel. And I respect him for that.
I think Tanner hit the nail on the head right there. No matter what happens in WWE, they always know if they need a face, they can go to Cena. They know if they need a heel, they can turn to Orton. If they might not be good, it might not get pops, but they know their role and they know how to play it, and that's that. Other than that, yep.
But it's 10 years.
Yeah, 10
They're
years.
going to stop. They don't ride nobody that long.
They really don't, man.
Shawn didn't get rolled that long. Undertaker didn't get rolled that long.
Austin only had a 7-year run. I mean, people always put Austin and The Rock in like this high pedestal and like they were there forever and they wasn't. But, that's another story for another time. Other than that, yeah, that was probably the match of the night, I guess. One of the matches of the night. I guess it wouldn't be high up there. I'm going to give that later, though. I'm not going to spoil it, so... Other than that, we're going to end the show with... I guess we can talk real quick, and Damien has an issue that's really scratching him. The Brie Bella segment tonight, Brie Bella was arrested for slapping... Now, let me go ahead and prelude this by saying that Stephanie earlier in the night had a confession to where she called out Megan Miller. Now, Megan Miller is supposedly Daniel Bryan's physical trainer. Now, Megan Miller looks an awfully lot like Claire from the TNA storyline with AJ Styles' baby mama. So apparently she's pulling multiple roles. But this lady comes out, and out of nowhere, says that she's having an affair with Daniel Bryan. Now, I have no idea how this would fit into the storyline. Why, when you make your top face that everybody is over with, look like he had an affair? More so, why are you not talking about the fact that he chokehold 2 robbers at his house? Like, how are you not selling this guy? I don't get it, but instead, you're gonna make him look like a wife cheater. Oh my God. Damien, I'm gonna let you take it from here, man. Go ahead.
The yes lock was the worst thing I've seen in forever.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
It was bad.
The first page turner was bad, but this was worse.
Yeah.
This.
I'll go ahead and say Stephanie didn't do any better selling it. Like, she would not lay right at all. It looked so awkward. It looked so horrible.
Okay, the best seller in the McMahon family is Shane.
Yeah.
We all know this.
Yeah.
But this was the worst.
It was. It was terrible.
And her getting arrested, no one cares.
No.
No one cares.
They didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do.
No one cares about this fabricated story of him cheating.
Mm-hmm. We know it's not real.
The man's neck is broke.
His neck. Apparently not the bottom neck. Apparently the bottom neck's working just fine. So.
I think I thought it was pretty, it's such overall, but it because it gave me an idea of, this is sort of kind of like attitude era storyline. The whole scandal and everything, the whole good guy. Like,
this was a Vicky storyline.
Come on, it took me back to attitude. It's good. I want this storyline to continue. We never know. Damn right.
I want this storyline to get thrown away. I want them to just forget they even had it, because it's got Vince Russo's handprints written all over it. Like, this is all Russo right here. Ah, it's terrible.
We love Russo at Wrestling Goons.
We do. I've gotten a couple of emails from Penny Room myself. I am a member of pyroandballyhoo.com. There you go, Vince. Plugging your website. I'm a VIP member. And if I tell you what, no, for real, like if y'all ever log on there and you just want to be entertained, Vince Russo will talk about anything to anybody, and he constantly puts his foot in his mouth. So go to pyroandballyhoo.com after you check out Wrestling News Radio, of course, and give it a look. We're gonna go to the Hulk Hogan birthday bash to end the show. Hulk Hogan is 61 years old, guys. Anybody feeling old other than me? Or?
Yeah.
Yes, Hulk Hogan is 61 years old. Please lose the bandana.
He looked so awkward wearing that NWO shirt with that red bandana. I was like, oh, that's horrible right here.
I thought it was going to give him a new bandana.
Yeah, but, you know, something. Give him the full outlook. A notable thing from this segment, we didn't get Sting. There was no Sting. You had all the WCW people, and you got Sting under contract. You used to be at Comic-Con. By the way, your show needs ratings. You're gonna plug the network before SummerSlam. Here's an idea. Put Sting in the Raptors. Have him point the bat. Something. Give him Sting for 5 seconds. Is that so hard? Damien, what do you think, man?
This was a big mess up. You already know ours are due on the 24th.
Yeah.
That's a week after SummerSlam. Unless Monday after SummerSlam Sting show up, your third quarter earnings will be down.
Just like the second quarter earnings.
No. We don't have to renew. We have seen all your documentaries.
Yep. They're good.
You don't roll out fast enough.
They're done. They're done. Like, they're just done. And you're right, man. Oh, my God. First off, this is one thing I'm going to complain about the network right now. If I miss Monday Night Raw, and I own the network, I should be able to watch Monday Night Raw on Tuesday morning. But when you go back now and you look at Raw, the latest Raw episode they post is 5 weeks old. Why the hell do I want to watch 5-week-old Raw? It doesn't make any sense. Like,
hey, can I add to that?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
If you do not own your rights on TNN and Spike TV, why do I have your network?
Pretty much.
I have 5 years missing.
I agree.
Of nothing. Nothing from Raw.
And that's another thing, man. You know what? I don't know if they're making money hand over foot on USA or Sci-Fi and NBC Universal. Matter of fact, no, I know they're not, because I know NBC Universal shifted them on their last deal. Why the hell not just tell your dedicated fans, hey, you want to watch Raw? You want to watch SmackDown? Buy the fucking network. Just make everybody that wants to watch wrestling buy the fucking network. If you don't buy the network, you can't watch wrestling. Into that. You gotta be a monopoly and go all out with it. That's what I say. But
they are a monopoly.
Yeah.
And we always watch.
And I'll say this, another idea I had earlier tonight from the network. If you're gonna promote the network, if we're watching a match between Dolph Ziggler and the aforementioned Alberto Del Rio, you can tell me that Alberto Del Rio fought at Extreme Rules 2011. Tell me who he fought. Direct me where I can find these matches. Don't give me this wide umbrella without a navigation map. Tell me where to go. Tell me what to look for. Maybe then I might want to get some subscribers. But as far as your comment about the third quarter earnings, Damien, they're definitely gonna be lower, man. People are gonna drop this like flies. They're not gonna renew as much as they say they are. No matter how much they pay JR to sell it like a madman on his podcast, no matter how much they tell Austin to sell it, it's not gonna happen. Like, people are not gonna care enough to buy this network for the same reason you mentioned. There's not enough, and it's crazy to say over 2,000 hours of content, and we're saying there's not enough. But we don't care about all the old pay-per-views. I don't care. You need to give me new content, or I'm not gonna watch. That's pretty much what I think about it. Y'all got any ideas on the network before we get our final thoughts on MVP?
All right. Danny, you can go.
That if SummerSlam is next week, I will cancel my subscription, which will automatically be renewed by the third, which I think that's
Wow.
on its own. But yeah, SummerSlam is the point where people need to take a break. You know,
I'm with you on that, man. I'm with you. I think they gotta deliver. Because they haven't delivered in like 3 or 4 months. They just haven't given us anything. They're treating us like crap. I guess we're gonna get right now, Damien, unless you got something to add. If you do, go ahead, and then if not, we'll go ahead and get in our MVPs and worst and best segments of the night.
No, I pretty much said what I had to say on the network. I guess next week they're bringing Monday Nitro, but they could have done that in the beginning.
Yeah.
They've always been shitting on WCW. You need those fans to make it.
Todd had a great idea in the very beginning for this, like on Saturdays at 6:05 on the WWE Network. They should run WCW Saturday night. Give me that aura like I'm watching Saturday night again at 6:05 on TBS. If you did that, you would appeal to more people. But, like you said, they don't do it. And you know what? I wouldn't say do it during Raw, because you don't want to put old reruns on the network when people are supposed to be watching Raw. But maybe on Tuesdays at 8, give me an episode of Nitro every single week. Have the following week lean into the next week. Like, make me follow the old storyline like it's a new storyline, and I might want to watch the network.
Yes. And that there is much, much better than me watching every pay-per-view.
WWE, fire Joey Styles right now and hire me and Damien and Daniel right now.
Because if you give me every storyline, you have more of my attention.
Yep.
I can pick and choose what I want to watch.
It's kind of like I said right now, and that's the problem with the content. Yeah, they give us all the pay-per-views, but that's like giving me a whole entire map and not giving me an atlas for it. Like, I need to know where I'm going. I need to know what I'm looking for and what I'm doing. They need to really figure out how they're marketing, and telling me that it's $9.99 40,000 times was cute at first, but I get it. I know the price. You need to make the product better, and that might actually change the ratings. We're going to get our best and worst segments of the night and our MVP. It was a better show than last week, I'll say that. So, I don't know if it was great, though. I sure wouldn't call it great. Worst segment of the night for me is going to be Brie Bella getting arrested, because I see no point in it, and the affair as well. I'm going to clump that in there with it. That was my worst. Just horrible. God, it was horrible. Best segment of the night for me was Bray Wyatt, and his speech with Jericho. They got me really ready for their match. Honorable mention for Dean Ambrose, popping out of the, thing. I'm gonna go with my MVP of the night, Cesaro. He lost, but he had the match of the night again. God, I hope he gets a push soon. Tanner, we're gonna go ahead and go with you.
worst segment, I have to say, definitely Bella.
Unanimous.
That match of the night, still with the Orton and Shake. And, well, MVP or best segment or whatever, I have to go with NWO. I enjoyed that. They brought me.
Damien.
Worst segment of the night. Cena and Hogan's colors.
They look like twins.
I hate this. This is not a marketing tool.
No.
Cena can sell itself. I have no words for this guy dressing like a mini Hogan.
They're Mega Powers 2K.
Best segment of the night. Paul Heyman,
Always.
which happens to be a great documentary.
Yeah, by the way, folks, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. DVD came out this week. I would be remiss if I told you not to check it out. It is an awesome documentary. You can also find his shoot interview with the MMA Hour, which is actually a very revealing interview. Paul Heyman has done a lot of talking lately off camera. I'm loving it. More Paul Heyman all the time is a good thing for me. You got an MVP for us?
My MVP?
Yep.
My MVP tonight was Bray Wyatt.
Yep.
He sold it. He really sold it. The interview sit down was great. I kind of love him kicking Michael Cole out because no one likes him anyway.
Right.
Honorable mention, Heath Slater.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Shout out to you, Drew. Shout out to you. Slater's gonna sleep, baby. Anyway. Thoughts about SummerSlam, guys. I'll go with you first, Damien, since we're already on you. Are you, ready for SummerSlam? Are you looking forward to it? And do you think that you will be disappointed after?
SummerSlam. Roman Reigns has to win clean. Bray has to win clean. I really hope this lumberjack match is the last match of the night. I know it's not because Brock gets paid to be the last match,
Exactly.
but that's going to be the best match of the night.
I agree.
Ambrose and Rollins are going to tear the house down. And other than that, it's not too much I want to see. I want to see Paige and AJ. Bree and Steph, who cares?
Flag on a pole.
Who cares? Let this story die until Daniel come back. That's how I feel. Let us miss Daniel Bryan. And then you can push him harder.
I'm with you. Tanner, ready for SummerSlam?
yes, I am. I hope we'll get good have a good execute. Once the WWE Network, taking back my 999. Yeah. The only matches I'm looking forward to, I feel that should be a great match that everyone should talk about is Bray Wyatt. Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. And Brock Lesnar and John Cena.
I'm gonna go with Tanner, actually. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that those are the matches that
Yeah. I agree with what Tanner said earlier. This lumberjack match is probably the worst option to me. Like, I don't understand why you want to... I don't know why you want to confine these two into the ring. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. They should be going to kill each other. But it is something I'm looking forward to. As far as the card overall, though, man, like, this is a weak SummerSlam card. It really is. It really is.
Titles being defended?
Yep. You got one. There's no tag titles. That's not being defended. The U.S. title.
Your title?
Yep, U.S. title's not being defended. The Intercontinental title might as well not be defended because we don't really care about the Miz and Dolph Ziggler. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to have a good match, but I don't care about the storyline. Because, as I'm going to say, I'll save it for another podcast because it's going to be a long rant, actually, about the way they book matches at the end is pathetic. It's just, I don't understand. And because of that, they've made me not care about this Intercontinental match. I could care less. But as Damien said, there's no U.S. title match. There's no tag title match. We pretty much know that Brock Lesnar's going over, thanks to spoilers. So Lesnar will be the champ. Outside of that, like, I'm not really excited about the Roman Reigns Randy Orton fight. And kind of like Damien said earlier, they put themselves in a lot of have-to situations. AJ has to meet Paige. Bray Wyatt has to meet Jericho. Roman Reigns has to meet Randy Orton. They need to stop putting themselves in these have-to situations because it ends the predictability factor. Like, wrestling is best when things are unpredictable. And for so long now, it just hasn't been that way. Like, you can tell from a mile away how things are going to go. And hopefully that's going to change. I keep saying that, but I don't really have high hopes for it. But that'll pretty much get us ready for SummerSlam, guys. This was Raw. Leaned into it. It was alright. I guess we're going to go ahead and grade the show real quick. Daniel Tanner, I'll start with you. What do you give tonight's go-home show? B minus.
I give it a better grade. No, I'm going to give it for one thing. It didn't have both Alex on there tonight. It didn't have the Dust Brothers on there talking about the Cosmic Keys, which I thought they were going to come out with something. I was like, oh, God, no. But, I think, yeah, I'm going to give it a 3.
Daniel Lawson, what do you grade tonight's Raw?
I give it a B because the NWO was there. It was lackluster. Very. The first match killed the momentum.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
So that made me fall asleep on a couple segments. So
I agree, man. I'm with you. Like, that's what I kept thinking the whole time when I watched the match. I was like, you had that awesome opening segment when the crowd is rowdy and they're lit, and you kill it with a 15-minute just wasted match. Like, I don't even know why they had it. It's pointless.
he could have gave me the New Age Outlaws beating Roman Reigns. And happier.
Make Stardust be a jobber to Roman Reigns. Do that. Give me something. I'm with you, man. I saw no point in that. That was probably... I wish I can go back now, because I would probably give that my worst segment of the night now. Because just for how long it was. It was terrible. By the way, Daniel, I saw you couldn't resist getting your Bo Dallas shot in there. So, I am going to downgrade my grade from a B down to a B minus. Because of that now. Because Bo Dallas was not on the show. Adam Rose wasn't either, but I'm sure you're used to that already. So you're probably not that you're probably not that disappointed. Bo will be back, believers. I promise you, he will be back. I'm a little worried though. He didn't have a spot on the show. This is the first time. He was front row and center though at the Hogan birthday party though. So everybody saw Bo, I saw him. But you know what? Last week was an F minus, so I'm gonna say they did a lot better going from an F minus to a B minus. But until next week, we're gonna be with you Sunday night to bring you the SummerSlam post show. We're gonna have a full panel for you that, and we're probably gonna have a lot to get into, and you will have a whole week to find out if Daniel Tanner will be renewing his WWE Network subscription. I'm pretty sure everybody is anxious to know that. So. And by the way, if you want to renew it, you can do it for how much? $9.99. For the Wrestling Goons, you can follow us at Goons Radio on Twitter. the Wrestling Goons on Facebook, and Wrestling Goons Radio on Facebook, and Wrestling Goons Radio on YouTube. For myself, for Damian Lawson, and for Daniel Tanner, we will see you on the flip side.